Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have always wanted to get into story times. I actually really love story times. I love hearing about it entertains me on a level that I love to hear that high-ranked YouTuber, I love hearing that their life isn't as perfect and that they do have flaws. So I'm going to be sharing with you, I decided about every Sunday or maybe every other Sunday to share a story that, like a crazy-ish story that's happened in my life. Now, not on a level of simply Nessa or Tana Monjo, in a way that I just started to like her. I found her a bit too overbearing and obnoxious at the beginning, especially after Shane Dawson's collaboration, but I obviously gave her another chance. Not that a small YouTuber like me makes a huge difference, but anyway, so as you've gathered by the title of this video, or you probably haven't, way back when I was in high school, this is about year 11, year 10 or 11, either way, every Thursday the garbage truck comes around and obviously goes down one particular street that my driveway is in direct line with, but then past my driveway, because I have like a U-shaped driveway, goes past my first driveway and onto a different road, which is technically the road that I'm on, but my house and property etc cross roads between two different streets. So this Thursday morning I had forgotten all about that the garbage truck comes around. So when I was staying at the bottom of my driveway, I was also still on a shuttle run at this point. By that I mean I was still on the school bus, and this school bus came around to almost everyone's house, which isn't the wisest idea because you've always got that creepy sadistic student that's on the bus with you when they I mean, providing that they'll probably get on after you do, and so therefore they're dropped off before you are, so that's plays in a bit of a plus side of it. But if they're picked up before you and dropped off after you and they got issues up top, especially as a kid or a young teenager, and they grow a bit of a keen interest to you, unless they just want to hang out, but more often than not there's always something a little bit off about a kid and they know where you live. It's like, oh dear. So that's why the shuttle run coming by people's houses wasn't such a wise idea. But, nothing like that ever happens, but I still see the same shuttle bus is upgraded to a coach, but hopefully that they've upgraded the system just a little bit where they're not actually dropping kids on and off directly in front of their house. Other kids were lucky enough to be dropped off at a bus station. Anyway, so this particular Thursday morning I forgot all about the garbage truck coming around. So I was sitting at the bottom of my driveway in line with my mailbox and just at the curb's edge. I was looking down to my right where a long-term old friend who I actually bumped into in a large shopping centre the other day. Looking down to the right side of technically a street that I also live on, and occasionally looking left, you know, just to see if my bus had arrived yet or not. So it looked like at least one last time, still no vehicle or any kind of vehicle. Well, you don't need to lick the windowsill, just lick your foot. I was looking to my left just once more and there was no vehicle there. I looked to my right. Yeah, I don't know why I kept looking to my right. It's not like any vehicle, except for early morning cars, but it's not like any vehicle was going to drive up from that way and pick me up then. But I had heard no indication that this truck was coming as a garbage truck, that it was coming close to me. There was no indicating blinking noise. I mean, this is going back to year 10 or 11. At least 14 to 15, maybe even 16 years old. So I was daydreaming, but the clicking of the garbage truck indicators, they're pretty loud and you would have heard it, daydreaming or not. But I heard no indications, literally no indicators. I didn't hear the tyres along the ground. So literally about as close as you what I mean. Yeah, that's as well as zoomed out as my camera can get. You guys are about as close as me as my camera allows. I mean, if my camera was further back, you guys would be further back. I mean, even though you can still zoom on the camera no matter how far back the camera is. Anyway, so it's about as close as you are to me now. Was as soon as I turned my head to the left once more just to see this bus of mine was any closer to picking me up, and boom, there was a garbage truck. It's like it came right at me, like it just popped up out of the equator. Of course I reared back in time, and this guy, he obviously wasn't paying too sharp of attention, but he had slowed down enough to get onto technically my street. But he was still moving at such a pace that if I had not have been paying attention any longer, then I probably would have just been knocked out. So, which obviously didn't happen. Like I said, I saw the truck just in time, reared back, and the truck just buzzed past me. The guy didn't even stop to make sure that I was alright. Whether or not he saw me, I mean, he definitely would have seen me. I hadn't told anyone about what happened that day. Got into my shuttle bus, was like 2 more minutes behind the garbage truck. So I got into the bus and I'm pretty sure I might have told somebody, like the bus driver supervisor, because we all had a bus driver supervisor. The bus driver can't keep us accountable all the time, so they had a bus driver supervisor. We had quite a few over the years. Fast track to when I get onto the public transport system, basically taking a train from my hometown station, obviously all the way to the train station that's closest to the school, and then we just take a certain bus that goes up past the school. So that was each of our, you know, mature kids' routine for going to school directly. This girl, who I'm obviously not going to address full names to not exploit their privacy. But this girl wasn't Jay. I'm going to go at least by first name initials because lashes are lifting her. No! This girl, Jay, and her long-term boyfriend, D, they were in a relationship for about a good couple of months. Like, it was, besides her marriage now, it was literally her longest lasting relationship. So kudos to that relationship. But so one day, just waiting for the bus to arrive, I mean, this boyfriend, they actually met outside of school. I think the story went at a party, what a big surprise, but yeah, see, but Australia has American stories. They had met at a party like ages back, but then a while later they re-met and just decided to date. They had been together for about 3 months, probably at this point. I feel like I'm making up a number, but at the same time it feels pretty accurate. Since I was standing up, but these two were sitting leg in leg, arm in arm, and she was either daydreaming or having a conversation with somebody else next to her. Somehow we were on the subject of, you know, natural disasters, accidents, freak accidents, close calls, etc. And that's when I decided to bring up the fact that, you know, a couple of months back, because like I said, I was still in a shuttle run, a couple of months back, and this was about year 11, maybe touching on year 12. What are you doing? God wants to be on my lap. Proof. I decided to bring up the fact that I was almost knocked out by a garbage truck, or almost hit either way, but I managed to read back in time. D was actually listening to my little 2-second story, and I could tell he was trying to hold back a smile, like his mouth was twitching a little bit, like all pursed up or whatever. I said, you know what, just get it out of your system. That's when he put on a very theatrical silent laugh, but he was like tapping the seat, you know, when you're trying to control an outburst of laughter, you hit something or tap something really. He just looked like he was laughing, he wasn't actually letting out any noise. And that's when I thought to myself, wow, so it's funny that I almost got, I mean, yeah, it could turn out much worse, but wow, I'm being laughed at because well, this one guy was laughing at me, everyone else, they just continued conversation with themselves. They heard what I said, but continued conversation with themselves, and this guy was just laughing away at me, a muted but, you know, physical laugh. I thought, not only was it not funny back then, not only is it not actually funny now, but you know, this guy wanted, he wasn't alright, I had no idea that my camera had stopped recording, but when the camera cut off, but basically I was just saying, if at this point it cut off, I was just saying that this guy had laughed, like a muted but physical laughed at me when I told him that I was almost hit by a garbage truck. And this guy was, you know, a genuine guy. He did not have the appearance of a douchebag, but he wanted to be in his girlfriend's good books. Apparently by doing that is laughing at her friends instances is a way to get not only in her parents, but into her good books. The girlfriend didn't hear me at all, so she couldn't say don't laugh at my friend, even though she probably wouldn't say that if she was paying attention. Yeah, that's what I was saying when my camera cut off. It wasn't funny back then. It wasn't funny when I was telling, you know, most people, including the D guy. It certainly isn't funny to this day. And it's not the first time I've had a near vehicle experience. It's been on my mind, like the memory of it's been on my mind for quite some time now, and like I said, I absolutely love story time. So yeah, this was officially my first one. The last one was a bit more of a rant. Story time, scam is a word that I'm thinking of changing the title to I got scammed, because that's just a bit more accurate to detail. I got cafe on my nose, most likely. That was officially my first ever story time. I do plan on hopefully posting these, but I do plan on recording these on Sundays. Excuse me. The whole time I'm trying to suppress a burp. Anyway, so yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope nobody laughed at this. I mean, I guess it's a little bit amusing now, but I was telling my sisters last night and I started talking to a mannequin. I got no reaction out of her. Thank you all so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I shall see all of my future videos. Beauty related. Like I just wanted to switch things up a little bit, not just endless makeup, hair, theatrical, makeup. It's good to switch things up a little bit. So thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this story time, and I shall see you all for my future videos, including new Sunday story times. I won't be calling it that though, because that's just too cheesy. Wow!